Before we begin, I want you to like, subscribe, comment down below what your favorite superpower is. Go ahead, share this up right quick. Let everybody know, because there's a lot of people out there just like us. They need to see this information as well. What's up, Xado Mob? Xno Frozt back at you with another video. The topic of this video right here is going to be 10 signs you are showing your magical powers. Okay, for those of you that don't know that you're showing your magical powers, the world and society and how people react to you could be a little off, could throw you off a little bit from not being able to relate or like comprehend the information that's been given to you, or for someone else to relate to you or comprehend whatever information you have to give to them. Meaning a lot of people won't see eye to eye for not knowing when or how, or you know what I'm saying, a combination of questions of why they're not understanding, because I got lost just now, so bear with me. They're not able to comprehend themselves, and when they're showing, or ourselves, yourself, themselves, ourselves, when we are showing our superpowers. And some powers we have are passive, meaning they happen even when we're not trying to use them. So we got to be more conscious and self-aware of self to actually know when we're using our powers passively and when we're using it consciously, even though we don't know the effects. We're not self-aware, or we're not aware of the effects we're having using our powers, so therefore we don't know when someone else is using their powers and it kind of clashes or is not mixing as well, because it's not managed for it to be channeled directly into someone's mind, or and channeled to someone's aura to be picked up and received. Sometimes we project our powers out into the world and the universe, and it's a big ball of static or something like that, a big ball of mess. Some people are chaos magicians, chaos sorcerers, chaos witches, etc. like that, meaning a person of chaos cannot necessarily speak to a person of order without the person of order knowing how to siphon through chaos and decipher the madness. So here's the 10 signs that you are showing your magic powers. Number 1 is saying alter realities, meaning it's like, you know what I'm saying, like a whole bunch of different aspects in one aspect. For those of you that sun gaze or moon gaze and stuff like that, when you stare at the moon long enough, it might disappear, or it might seem like something overlapping it and things like that. Reality, you can stare at something for 30 seconds straight without blinking and it'll transform to a whole nother shape, and stuff like that. So you got to know when you're using your powers and when you're not using your powers. There's people out there that take longer to blink than other people, so whatever they see may not be necessarily what you see, even though you're staring at the same thing or you're looking at the same thing. You know, a quick glance is not the same image or same scene or same sight or same glyph or same sigil or same symbol as somebody that's staring at it and like either focusing in or, you know what I'm saying, removing their focus from it. So you got to know when you're seeing alter realities, and sometimes your mind will project holograms or realities, hallucinations and stuff like that. So you gotta know, you know what I'm saying, like it gets wicked, because some people out there are like hypnotists, and some people are illusionists and stuff like that, so they can make you see something that's not there, but you think you're thinking that you thought that you're seeing it. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta know when something's happening to you. Maybe you're not crazy. Maybe somebody is forcing you to see something that they want you to see, but it's not really there, but it's not coming out of your own brain. You know what I'm saying? That's not your power. That's somebody making something in your brain to put it out there like that, for you to see it like that. You know what I'm saying? You can, a lot of people, that's what paranoia comes in. This is where people start looking at their family members and friends and things like that, like their enemies. And sometimes you can make turn people or inanimate objects into animate objects, and people think they're fucking crazy and weird, things like that. Number 2 is feeling energies of nouns, people, person, places, things, situations, circumstances, everything like that. You can pick up every fucking thing. You can pick up everything, right? I won't say everything, because some, it's like empaths and things like that can pick up everything, right? But you can pick up, like, you can hold something, you can feel it, you can feel the life force, you can feel how, you know what I'm saying, you share the feelings of certain things. When you pick up energies, it might be hot, it might be cold, you know what I'm saying, etc. like that, to where these energies play a part in your thought pattern and how you process thoughts. So you gotta be careful what you're touching with your hands and what you put on your body, because your thoughts may not be your thoughts. Sometimes you can be picking up a magical item, object, or something like that, and it can make your perception obscured. So you gotta be careful, a lot of things like that. You gotta stay true to self, to where you need to cleanse and do your 7-day fast, to where you can get your memories back. Stay away from everything, in a dark room somewhere for 7 days, or all light room. I'm saying, for 7 days, you need to be purified in some type of color, some type of emptiness. Number 3, not being able to sleep. This is where what's the word for insomniacs? A lot of insomniacs not able to sleep. Some people, they're awake but they want to sleep. There's some people that won't feel the feeling of being tired, because sleep and things like that is a feeling, like being touched. You know what I'm saying? Somebody touches you, you can feel it. Sleep is the same thing, to where you can turn off the receptor of being able to be tired, so you won't ever have to feel the feeling of being tired, like being in pain. You won't ever have to feel like you're in pain, no matter what type of stress and pain and acid you go through. So yeah. Number 4 is forgetting stuff only to write them down and reread it later, think it was someone else who wrote it down. For people who have like bad memory and stuff like that, for me, for like, you know what I'm saying, exactly. I make songs, I make music, I make poetry, I take notes, and sometimes it's like when you reread it, it's something speaking to you through yourself, like you are a medium, you're a vessel for something, and it's trying to relaying a message. I call it being like a walkie-talkie or something like that, a microphone, to where your physical body holds some type of battery, and it puts it out there. Like these videos I'm making on my YouTube channel, when I reread it, I know it's something else. It might be a version of me, it may be something that jumped inside of me, it may be, it could be a possibility of a lot of different things, a lot of various things, you know what I'm saying? So you really gotta, when you go through these type of things, you gotta do some studying of self, like who you are, and that's going to take you to depths of not understanding anything about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of people out there born as vessels, born as vessels. People are only birthed because they are their parents have a generational curse, or their parents was possessed, and the only reason that you were born is because like your parents either went to church or played with witchcraft or did magic, and whatever consequence or blessing that came with that is the reason you have enough energy to create a soul. They had enough energy to create a soul inside of them to produce to the world. So you got to know where you know what I'm saying, how your soul started and came to be beyond the physical. So you got to really study yourself, and that's going bring you back into a state of confusion, a state of chaos, and it's going to be kind of, I wouldn't say depressing, because you built a whole life around something that you think you should have been, but it's not necessarily what you are. So you gotta get back to your, you know what I'm saying, your pure state. Number 5, having the ability to zoom out, aka disassociate with environments, mind states, and people mentally, emotionally, and or physically. This comes passively or manually in order to see things from multiple levels that you may or may not get stuck doing. So some people may be like, I know I don't want to use astrology, because astrology is something I'm not great at, but it is something I dabble with. I won't even necessarily as accurate. Like, astrology is not very accurate, but we're gonna use it for right now. For example, Geminis, they tend to get confused a lot. They tend to be have a lot of stress and chaos in their mind, to where they forget things. And they have to zoom out of their own life. Aquarius, air signs as a whole do it, but there's levels and there's different varieties of what type of energies there is. And it's not your sun sign, it's not your moon sign, it's having it on your chart, period. This is where you will be focused on doing it. So if you have it in like Venus, then you have Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, and Venus and stuff like that, then that's where your love will, you know what I'm saying, you disassociate with love, period. If you have it in your moon sign, then you disassociate with like your feelings and, you know what I'm saying, your emotions. And if you have it like in your sun sign, this is where you disassociate physically and visually. So, you know what I'm saying? So people, you stop coming around certain people, and you have a tendency to cut people off for no reason and stuff like that, because there's something about it that you need to focus on from a distance. You know what I'm saying? You can't necessarily be in the action 24/7, to where you need to play a part, but then you need to analyze it from a third person. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what it is, being from first person mode to third person mode, like in a, you know what I'm saying? Number 6, thinking about where your thoughts come from. A lot of people are busy thinking, and they keep thinking. I want to keep using Gemini, but this is a aspect of Gemini. They keep thinking about thinking. You know what I'm saying? They think, they don't necessarily think about their thoughts. They think about what they're thinking about. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm thinking about, if I was a Gemini, I'm not a Gemini. You know what I'm saying? If I'm a Gemini, I'm thinking about I'm being, you know what I'm saying, thirsty. So I'm gonna be thinking about being thirsty. I'm gonna think about what I want to drink. I'm gonna think about how much I want to drink. I'm gonna think about the cups I want to use to drink it. I want to think about the type of drink I want to drink. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not necessarily thinking about where them thoughts are coming from. Like, what is making me thirsty, and what is, you know what I'm saying, like, why am I thinking thirsty thoughts, and why am I, you know what I'm saying, where are these thoughts coming from, and why are they making me feel this way? You know what I'm saying? These are the thoughts that I'm talking about for number 6, like being deep thoughts outside of the current state of thinking. Your mindset when you thinking thoughts need to be analyzed, where it should be analyzed when you are showing number 6. The whole thought pattern has been worked out and deciphered, rather than each individual thoughts about a subject. Certain people like Virgos and Geminis, they think about certain events in a subject rather than their whole mind. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's easy for them to get lost in their mind, and it's hard for them to break free once they actually get in their mind, because it's like a trap. Their mind is trapped in their thoughts. Well, their mind is trapped in their consciousness. To where they got to be self-aware to break free of their self. Number 7 is wondering how decisions of things are made. So like the decision making process, this is where things get really deep. Like, where do decisions come from? Like, you know what I'm saying, before there's an action, there's a will. Before there's a will, there's something that initiates the will, that causes the feeling, that causes thought, that causes blah blah blah, that causes blah blah blah, that creates the action creates feelings, and the cycle continues, and so on and so forth, because one thing leads to another, and something else leads to another. It's a chain of events. You gotta figure out what feeds what. Then that object that just been fed needs to feed something else, and it feeds something else, and feeds something else, and feeds something else, and it all comes back, you know what I'm saying, 360 degrees, full circle, and the blessings continue regardless. And that's the best thing about having a mind like this, for number 6 and number 7 to lead us all to directions that we never even seen before, to where we actually can dive in the depths of self. This is where a lot of air signs don't like to go. A lot of air signs, a lot of fire signs don't like to go in deep, because it scares them. Fire signs, it scares them because now they're entering a realm of water. This is why I call water, and a lot of air signs don't like to go in deep because of the realm of earth. There's no air in the deepest parts of the earth, as well as there's no fire because there's no air and water, like that. So a lot of earth signs, a lot of water signs can understand. Earth signs understand more about the analytical part, the logical part, the practical part. Water signs and more emotional, more feeling. You know what I'm saying? They feel where I'm coming from, even though they don't understand the words that I'm using. Or fire signs understand like the pictures, you know what I'm saying, the visuals of it all, to where they can imagine in their head, but they can't actually go there. You know what I'm saying? It's like a story to be told to them, rather than the lifestyle they live in. They're not really in it. They're you know what I'm saying, picturing it. So number 8 is seeing systems inside of the culture you engage in through the perception of what you are learning from. That's pretty much what it is. 6, 7, and 8 go hand in hand. Disassociating, then figure out the thoughts, and figuring it out, how the decisions are made. You understand the process is you. Now this is the time for you to break free. You know what I'm saying? Earn your liberation through just being able to engage with systems from an outside perspective, rather than being like the test subject. You are now, you know what I'm saying, full throttle the scientist. You are now manipulating the situation. You are now in control. You are now a catalyst for your issues, for whatever events you come from. You are now in charge of your destiny. You are now fucking powerful beyond whatever the hell you think you can believe. You are now in control of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because you understand whatever the hell you get put in, there's I ran out of space. I got a lot of videos on here, a lot of adult content, a lot of videos for YouTube, a lot of drafts, a lot of edits. But like I was saying, when you are in charge of everything like that, and you understand whatever situation you was put in, a decision has been made, a thought has been formed, an action has been taking place, and emotions must be felt, and you can kind of grasp whatever you need to grasp, and you can look at it from an outside perspective. Once you grasp from it from an outside perspective, and you can build like a situation, you can apply yourself to that situation and give it a test run for yourself, meaning you practice whatever you preach. Then after you master that and you understand the logistics, the in and out, basically that's what it is, understanding the inside and the outside of it, you can actually bring this world, because at that point it should have been bigger than the book by this point, to where it's in your physical world. You know what I'm saying? It may have started out as a plan on a piece of paper, and maybe started off in your head, but now it's on paper, now it's on digitalized, maybe now it has a audible to it, now it has a visual to it, now you have a person, place, or thing attached to it. You know what I'm saying? Now it's becoming a world, a reality, environment. You know what I'm saying? So now this is how you really, I'm saying, take control, take charge of something and become powerful. These are the words from, you know what I'm saying, me, you know what I'm saying, Xno Frozt. This is how you build stuff. This is how Capricorns will jump in it, or so-called Capricorns, earth sign period, you know what I'm saying. Take this advice and try not to hurt yourself, because this information right here is only for powerful people, not for people that think they're powerful. There's a big difference. You think you're powerful doesn't make you powerful, okay? That's how you end up hurting yourself, because now you're doing powerful stuff and you know you're not powerful. Now it's about to show you that you're not that powerful. So I'm not that powerful. I'm me. And so I can only start out small and see what I can do. You know what I'm saying? That's what I advise you to do. Start out small, see what you can do. Know yourself, because if you're watching this video, you probably don't know yourself. So let me help you. All right. Number 9 is being more quiet. You know what I'm saying? When you, everything from number 1 to number 8 will lead you to number 9. You know what I'm saying? Once you actually understand what you're doing and what you're going through and what you're looking at and what type of people that is attracted to you because you're living life based on the knowledge that you have, you know what I'm saying? We tend to be more quiet because we disassociate. You know what I'm saying? We see it through a different lens. At that point, we see it through a different scope. And by the time we analyze it from the outside, we tend to jump in. You know what I'm saying? We tend to be more empathic. We tend to see it from others' point of view before we make our final decision. These people, when you get to number 9, people gonna think you kind of slow. They're gonna think you're retarded because you're gonna take too long to respond. They're gonna think by the time they keep barging you with fucking questions over and over again, you won't necessarily have time to answer it when they want you to answer it. So now it's like, give me a second. It could be the simplest thing, but it might take a week or a month to answer, because there's in your head at this point, if you're watching this video up until this point, bruh, do not listen to me anymore. I'm advising you, your life will change. You won't have no more you can only relate to higher people at this point. If you're understanding everything I'm saying to you, bruh, you won't have any friends. Okay, you won't normal humanity won't accept you. Okay, you need to find people of your element. You need to find people of your fucking status and on your level, bruh. I'm saying, this is what I'm warning you of every time. Like, regular fucking society, everyday life is no more, no mas, bruh. This shit is obsolete. So please, if you're watching this, bruh, I'm saying, stay the fuck away from regular people. You are powerful. You're super powerful. Even though if you don't know it, you watching this video make you stupid powerful, like upper level echelon shit. You know what I'm saying? Be careful with what you're doing. This is advice to myself in case I gotta watch this over. I gotta take my own advice. Number 10. If before I get to number 10, if my children are watching this, please stay away from regular people. Know your worth. You are rare. Okay? By the time you're watching this video, you already know that you feel something. You're not regular. People are not treating you like they treat regular people, like they treat other people, because you're not a regular person. Anybody else that's following me, be careful, bruh. You can't teach this shit to regular people. Regular people is not going to associate with you. They're not going to accept you, no matter how much you try to fit in. You can't fit in when you're too big for whatever the fuck you trying to fit in. They're going to hate you because you're separating people because you're too big. Saying you busting shit open, you should be busting open. When you have a little hole like this, and this is people tunnel vision, you know what I'm saying? It's people tunnel vision, and you fucking like You got a whole hand in it, like. Now, by the time you go through it and you leave, or you come back out through the other way because you're done, you just wanted to see what the fuck was inside, and now you coming out and it's like this. Now people are fucking going crazy because they don't have a complete circle no more. You know what I'm saying? Their reality was like this, and it was a closed circuit. Now it's broken. Now there's no more energy being transferred. The economics is fucking broken. The environment's trash. So stop being a parasite. Parasites do that. They don't care. They don't care to heal it after they damaged it. They just want to get what the fuck is inside and then leave. Fix it. If you want to jump in a small shit like this, fix it. Otherwise, stay the fuck away from it. Get in where you fit in, not where you think you belong. Make a space. Number 10. Seemingly appearing like something abnormal in the previous environment you were stationed. Meaning people looking at you like you're fucking strange, like something's wrong with you or something. You know what I'm saying? They know you're magical. People, they can't relate to you, so they think you're like a monster or a spirit, or you know what I'm saying, like something they're about to condemn. You know what I'm saying? Like basically they looking at you like you're something they're basically about to condemn, bro. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, you're condemning yourself by being around people that you know is about to condemn you. Stay the fuck away from people. They about to judge the fuck out of you. They about to dissect you. They about to ask you questions they don't give a fuck to know the answer to. They just want to hear how you respond. It don't matter what you say. They don't care about learning you. They don't care. They just want to see how you fucking react at that point. Stay the fuck away from them type of people. They just using you as a test subject, like fucking scientists and UFOs. They will cut you. They will even fucking tell you to your face if you say the wrong shit. They will cut you, bruh. They will kill you. Stay the fuck away from them type. You understand what I'm saying? They want to see what makes you tick. They want to see where you get your power from. They want to see how they can make, you know what I'm saying, at this point, what they consider, you know what I'm saying, as a superhuman, a superpower. If you understand all the way from 1 to 10 on this video, bruh, you understanding your powers, you understanding why the fuck people treating you how they treating you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stay away, man. You hear my words, bruh, and everything's gonna be alright. It's okay to be alone. It's alright. It's preferred to be alone at this point. You probably went through so much fucking dirt, so much bullshit, so much hate, so much fucking negativity, so much motherfuckers trying to come your way, so much fucking people want to clone you, so many people that's stealing your swag, stealing your teacher, and stealing everything about you. Yeah? They want to be like you. You know what I'm saying? Stay the fuck away from the people, man. You are now what they call like fucking royalty. You know what I'm saying? You are now what you call a chosen one. You are now what you call fucking star seed. You know what I'm saying? You are now every fucking thing that you ever thought you ever could be that they thought they couldn't be. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be a superhuman, now you know your worth. You know what I'm saying? You want to be a superpower person, a superhero, supervillain, whatever the fuck you is. Know yourself. These are helping you know yourself. That's why it says 10 signs you are showing your powers. Now you see what type of shit that you do and how they react to it. It's okay to be alone, baby. It's okay. It's okay. That's 10 signs. Man, there's so much more to life than the 10 signs. These are just 10 signs that you're showing your superpower. So be careful what environments you jump in. You may not be wanted there. You gotta break free. We don't belong everywhere. We belong where we supposed to be at. I'm saying, like, when you go places, you gotta be in disguise. You know, when you go places where you know you shouldn't be, you gotta water yourself down. You gotta fucking, like, disguise yourself, you know what I'm saying? This is what they call being deceitful, what they call being, you know what I'm saying, everything you're not supposed to be. You're too powerful for that environment. Let that, you know what I'm saying, in the Country Wayne voice, let that sizzle in your spirit. You gotta disguise yourself to fit inside their fucking environment because you're way more powerful than that. Your presence alone, you probably can't even really disguise yourself. They can see you. They know you don't belong there, but you kind of look like them, so they might accept you. By the time you talk, by the time you walk, by the time you give an opinion, by the time you smile, and the shit that you smile at, the shit that you react to, they gonna figure you out. So don't stay in an environment around people, around, you know what I'm saying, the habitants that habit that environment for long. They gonna figure you out, and it's not gonna take long, because you can't control yourself, you can't change yourself, you just gotta know yourself. You know, you can blend in like that to where they can't. You're a shapeshifter. You know what I'm saying? You can fit in graciously and like effortlessly like that, and it don't drain you, and you don't forget yourself. At this point, many of you are watching this video because you forgot yourself. It's either you didn't know yourself or you forgot yourself. Either or. So you gotta be careful, man. To my kids that's watching this, however many kids I may have from now, right now I got 2 kids, but by the time the rest of my kids see this, I might have more kids. And for those that consider me as their father, by teaching them, hi, nice to meet you. I wish I could see you. Yes, I do. I love to take kids on, even if they're not mine, no matter the age. And you can be an adult, and I still consider you as my child. If you're learning from me, if I can help you, I'm not a perfect father. There's many things I fucked up in my life. Because like you, I had to know myself. I forgot myself, or I didn't know certain aspects of myself. So that's one thing we have in common. Please don't feel like you're alone, because for a long time I did. For a long time I didn't want to be alone. For a long time, you know what I'm saying, I wanted to be accepted by my environment, not knowing that my environment was fucking me up and causing me to oppress myself, causing me to water myself down and everything. I wasn't being my full potential because I was trying to be a full potential in their guidance, their laws, and their understanding, and their way of perceiving me, rather than having a set of laws perceiving myself. You know what I'm saying? It's not bad to have guidance. It's not bad to fit in a situation. It's not bad to be in an environment. It's not bad to be around people. You know what I'm saying? It's bad when you're not following their laws. It's bad when you're not fitting in their environment. It's bad when the people that you're around is turning against you, because subconsciously, consciously, unconsciously, you are shifting into another direction. You know what I'm saying? You're leaving their environment. By the time your mind is made up and you've kind of figured out where you want to go a little bit, that last environment is no longer, you know what I'm saying, relevant. I want to say relevant to you because it always have a big significance in your growth and your progress and your identity, because that's what helped made you transform or shift into another environment. Never forget where you come from, because this is ultimately the biggest blessing you will ever have. And when you tell your story, people want to know where the fuck you came from. Okay? You gotta know where you started from. And shout out to my 2 baby boys. You know what I'm saying? My 2 sons, my 4-year-old and my 1-year-old. You know what I'm saying? I won't say their names, give them out into the public until they're physically here with me. They're not here with me right now. It's 2022. If y'all watching this, you know who you are. You know if you're 4 years old in 2022, you know what I'm saying, March 2022. If you're 1 year old, you know who you are by the time this come out. By the time you see this one after it come out, you know who you are. So, and the rest of my kids that are in biological, you know who you are. I claim you. You know what I'm saying? Just connect with me. Call me sometime. You know what I'm saying? Drop me a message. Let me know that you're out there, my children. Please. I want to help you, bro. I know you're pretty much fucked up right now, pretty much damaged right now. Let me try to heal you in case if I can. Let me try to do my best for you. Please. I'm not perfect, but just know, I'm saying, I'm open-minded a little bit. I'm still alive, so I'm not perfect. So I'm not at where I want to be. When I'm at where I want to be, you'll no longer see me in a physical form. You're going to be seeing me inside your head somewhere as an apparition or an FUG or something like that. Or, you know what I'm saying, some type of spirit. This body won't be able to hold me. I become limitless. I put a limit on myself with just being alive, so. Well, as far as that video, that's that video. Hopefully it's not too long. It's Xno Frozt signing off. Like I always say, we do not own anything on this planet, on this earth. No, that's not it. Every circumstance and situation that we go through and ever comes to us is situational. It won't last forever. It's temporary. So we are more than what we imagine. We are more than what we say we are. We are more than what the ego says we are. We are more than what the people of the world say we are. We're more than what our environment built us to be. We are more than what this, you know what I'm saying? We are more. Okay? We are just... Just stay tuned for the next video, man. Like, subscribe, you know what I'm saying, comment, and share this video.